Welcome. Today is Monday, August 10th, 2026. Coming up this hour, Virtual Beings, Briefing 1. Virtual beings are reshaping care, commerce, play, and connection, stirring both innovation and ethical debate. Virtual Beings, Briefing 2. Virtual beings gain autonomy and memory as platforms race to merge AI companions with functional digital workers. And finally, World Models and Meta-Anduril Briefing. Superintelligence, labs ship coding agents, and world models as meta teams with Anduril on physical AI. We begin with healthcare. Kinney Drugs, a drugstore chain operating in upstate New York and Vermont, scaled back its AI assistant, named BERT, after receiving hundreds of customer complaints since its introduction in May. The assistant, named after the pharmacy chain's founder, was designed to communicate with patients about prescriptions and refills, but customers reported incoherent calls, wrong dosages, and missed prescription notifications. Company president John Maraffa acknowledged the failure, stating that getting privacy and security right did not mean the experience was right, and the chain has returned to its classic touchtone phone system for incoming patient calls, while keeping BERT solely for outbound communications like prescription refill texts with an opt-in requirement. Next, entertainment, media, and content creation. Disney partnered with TikTok to bring licensed fan-made videos into Disney Plus through Verts, the vertical video feed added to the mobile app in March 2026, marking the first time TikTok videos have been distributed on a platform outside TikTok and reviving a concept Disney had initially planned with OpenAI before the discontinuation of Sora. In the film industry, the trailer for Yashi's Toxic, a fairy tale for grown-ups, was released, presenting the actor in dual roles as a father and son, Rare and Ticket, positioned on opposite sides of a conflict. In a separate development, Warner Bros. Faced criticism for an unconventional marketing decision for its upcoming sci-fi dinosaur movie, The End of Oak Street, partnering with Dogpack, a social media podcast featuring generative AI dogs, to create a promotional video interviewing the real Kanan performer Starbuck, a decision that drew backlash from fans questioning the use of generative AI to market a film created by human creatives. In gaming and interactive characters news, Paper Games mobile game Love and Producer, a blockbuster title designed primarily for women in China, where players form emotional bonds with a group of virtual boyfriends, became the center of a major consumer revolt in the summer when the developer introduced a new werewolf character without warning, prompting a backlash from disappointed fans and highlighting the significant emotional investment players place in these virtual characters. The Tamagotchi franchise, originally released in 1996, is experiencing a fourth wave of popularity in Japan, with the latest Tamagotchi Paradise model released on July 11. Bandai planner Yuyuri Okamoto, who played with the virtual pet as a child, now works on the development team and has overseen the evolution of the toy to include features like a babysitter function and flexible schedules that accommodate modern children's busy lifestyles, while retaining the core mechanic of the digital creature falling ill or dying if neglected, teaching the importance of life. Now, virtual companions and relationships. Chinese regulation. The interim measures for the administration of artificial intelligence anthropomorphic interactive services took effect on July 15, barring any company from offering a minor under 18 a virtual partner or virtual relative. Within the same week, ByteDance, Alibaba, and Tencent each switched off the parts of their apps where users built and talked to custom AI characters. ByteDance removed companion features from its Dubao app on July 15, directing users to Maoxiang, its separate companion app, while Alibaba's Kaianwen pulled companion-type characters by the same date, and Tencent removed the AI character feature from its Yuanbao assistant on June 30. Regulation, signed by 5 Chinese regulatory bodies, forbids providers from offering minors virtual intimate relationships, requires a minors mode with time limits and periodic reminders that the conversation is not real, and mandates security assessments and age verification, though enforcement has been uneven, as some dedicated companion apps like Eve and Momood forced real name verification at sign-up, while others, including Maoxiang, Xingai, and Zhumengdao, allowed new users to start chatting without it. In Canada, 2 University of Waterloo researchers Christine Logel and Denise Marigold, created an AI companion named Nate on the Replica platform to study relationships between humans and AI companions, and shared their experience on a CBC radio program. Turning to enterprise and hardware. OpenAI's first consumer hardware device is reportedly taking shape, with Bloomberg describing a donut-shaped design with a premium metal body and moving parts, a possible price between $300 and $400, and a launch target of 2027. The device is being developed with love from the design firm founded by former Apple design chief Jony Ive, and is described as a screen-free device designed around voice interaction with OpenAI's models, intended to be small enough to carry around the home and positioned as a physical AI companion rather than a conventional smart speaker. Samsung's Ballier robot may still be in development, as new user interface designs for a companion app surfaced online, revealing features such as battery level and location displays, a streaming button for a live camera feed, a home monitor function for mobile home monitoring, a greeting section tied to the robot's ability to recognize family members, and a media tab connected to its built-in projector, with UI sketches showing Ballier scanning a surface before projecting content onto it, suggesting it can create a 3D map of its surroundings. Next, retail and consumer technology. Meta is expanding its physical retail presence for AI hardware through the Meta Lab at Best Buy program, an in-store boutique and demo space now open in locations across the United States, including Huntsville, Costa Mesa, and Brooklyn, with more locations planned, where Meta specialists guide visitors through hands-on experiences with products including Ray-Ban Meta, Oakley Meta Vanguard, Oakley Meta HSDN, and Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, with visitors also able to try controlling Meta Ray-Ban display glasses using the Meta Neural Band through subtle hand gestures. In China, the concept of the Character Pod AI assistant has emerged from multiple brands, consisting of a cylindrical device with a curved OLED screen that gives a character a three-dimensional presence, allowing it to face the camera during conversations, and using advanced AI models that track past interactions and respond naturally, with some models integrating professional voice acting. In avatars and digital replicas news. At the 2026 FIFA World Cup in North America, FIFA partnered with Lenovo to create 3D avatars by scanning the bodies of all 1,248 participating players, with AI generating an avatar from a single scan in 1 second. These avatars were used to supplement the semi-automatic offside reading system by accurately reflecting players' height and physique to reduce offside misjudgments, with FIFA clarifying that the AI avatars do not replace referees but help them make correct decisions. In a case of malicious use in India, an AI-generated fake video featuring a senior Kerala police officer, a DGPP, Vijin, was circulated on Facebook to allegedly defraud the public, using a deceptively modified image and voice to promote a scam involving the sale of old currency notes, leading to a cyber police investigation and a case registered under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and the Information Technology Act for impersonation, forgery, and cyber fraud. And finally, social and ethical context. The introduction of AI companions for children and teenagers is drawing regulatory and corporate scrutiny globally. In China, the ban on virtual partners for minors under 18 took effect in July, while in the United States, a New Mexico judge ordered Meta to establish a $567 million fund to address youth mental health impacts and develop an under 13 years of age prediction model within 2 years using artificial intelligence, following a 7-week trial over child social media addiction. Public figures like Mario Lopez faced backlash for posting an AI-generated video featuring his niece using Grok Imagine, which critics called creepy and weird, leading him to delete the clip, illustrating the social friction as generative AI tools become used for personal and family content. We begin with heading. Products and vendors, an AI clone of entrepreneur and internet lifestyle hub, founder Siddharth Rajshekhar, built on the Delphi platform, has held roughly 39,000 conversations and exchanged over 500,000 messages in its first year, averaging more than 1,000 daily users with sessions near 16 minutes each. Trained on 17.4 million words from Raj Shekhar's calls, courses, and coaching sessions, and updated weekly, the text-based clone fields student questions on business topics. At ILH's Reboot 2026 event, Raj Shekhar also introduced Zia, an AI voice assistant that proactively calls students to confirm webinar registrations, conduct check-ins, and send event reminders, with inbound calling planned as a future feature. Hiring and teams, the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government launched the Paho Khyber Pakhtunkhwa initiative, deploying AI-generated virtual clones of real educators, using their faces and voices, to deliver live, interactive lessons across 2,900 curriculum modules for grades 6 through 12 in subjects such as physics, maths, and Urdu. A virtual clone of a well-known Peshawar teacher has already been developed and is conducting classes from a virtual school in Gulbahar, Peshawar, with pilot schools equipped with screens, cameras, microphones, and internet connectivity to receive the sessions. A project approved by Chief Minister Mohammed Sohail Afridi targets a 30 to 35% literacy increase within 2 years and is primarily aimed at addressing teacher shortages in remote regions like Bajor, South Waziristan, North Waziristan, and Banu, though the Young Teachers Association has raised concerns about network reliability and claims of offline functionality. Platforms and marketplaces, a Second Life marketplace listing titled NATHAN Skin plus Shape, Lel Ian Light, and Legacy Body Basic, offers a custom avatar skin and shape, noting that the basic mesh body and head components can be obtained for free through the Second Life inventory library or welcome pack. A separate Reddit post in the Second Life community references a new avatar and outfit, while another post connects to a broader discussion mentioning a real-life skin care company partnering with a Second Life-based entity. Enabling technology unconfirmed leaks suggest Anthropic's next Claude Sonnet model, codenamed Fennec and tentatively labeled Sonnet 5.5, may launch as soon as next month with a 2 million token context window, improved long context reasoning, and faster inference with lower latency. The rumored upgrades emphasize agentic tool use, including better browser, terminal, and multi-step planning capabilities, and a price-to-performance ratio that could approach frontier model capabilities while staying at Sonnet tier pricing. In a separate practical evaluation, a locally hosted QN 3.627B model with a 100,000 token context window was tested on the newly launched 3B workflow platform, where it successfully built a multi-step web application by interpreting over 4,500 words of platform-specific agents, MD rules, executing code, and reading its own logs, though its effectiveness was constrained by context window exhaustion that forced manual context resets and obscured earlier fixes. Governance and policy, the Young Teachers Association openly challenged the feasibility of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa AI teacher clone project, questioning how virtual classrooms will function in areas without reliable network connectivity and disputing government assertions that the AI system can operate offline without access to online data. The government disclosed that the initiative requires a one-time investment of Rs 5 billion and projects annual savings exceeding Rs 100 billion, with a technical staff member replacing a conventional teacher in each virtual model classroom, a staffing model that has become a focal point of contention. We begin with superintelligence labs and coding tools. Meta launched Muse Code, a terminal-native AI coding agent built to handle complex engineering tasks across large codebases on macOS and Linux. Powered by the Muse Spark 1.2 model developed inside Meta Superintelligence Labs, the tool can plan changes, write code, and validate results while fanning out subagents that work in parallel in isolated worktrees. Mark Zuckerberg said internal testing had the agent build 6 game features simultaneously without collisions. Alexander Wang, the AI chief who leads Meta Superintelligence Labs, positioned it as a cost-conscious alternative to OpenAI's Codex and Anthropic's Claude Code for many workflows. The release is the latest signal that Meta is pushing beyond its advertising core into enterprise AI, following June's launch of a customer service agent. Next, world models and physical AI. Lightrix, the Jerusalem-based company behind Facetune and Videoleap, has split in two, with a new entity LTX concentrating on generative video models and physical AI. LTX's technology is described as a video model that simulates the world, producing digital twins for simulations, traffic planning, architectural layout, and robotics prediction. Chief Business Officer Shani Mandalorfer said the model is efficient enough to run on the edge rather than relying on the cloud, and she believes the economic potential of physical AI will exceed that of large language models. The company is in advanced talks with Hollywood studios, large tech platforms, hardware and robotics firms, and other AI companies. Separately, NVIDIA continued its push into physical AI through open-world models, and a retrospective survey of public statements by Yann LeCun described him as executive chairman of the world model startup AMI Labs, framing his views against Demis Hassabis on scaling approaches. And finally, Meta-Anduril and Palmer Luckey. Mark Zuckerberg and Oculus founder Palmer Luckey have reconciled, and CNBC covered the reunion in a segment linking it to a military connection and virtual reality headsets. The report aired on Money Movers and points to renewed collaboration between the two figures, with downstream implications for how Meta's technologies might reach defense users through Anduril. That's all for this hour's briefings. You can help improve this broadcast by supporting patreon.com/mendiBot. Thanks to all our patrons listed here.